So this is going to be a short video about Napoleon. Actually, I said about how he was dead and how he was, assassinated, how the conspiracy and all those things. But I just missed out some documents, which means the his achievements of with the state banking system. So it was the Code Civil des Français, which was the civil code which was established on 1804, which was introduced. Napoleon made a drastic change in the development of French economy, and the idea was spread throughout Europe. Cotton making and sugar beet, which were assisted by tariffs against foreign goods and low interest rate loans. So when you provide loans with no interest or a minimum interest, you get the country's productivity increases. So that actually happened. The infrastructure was a breakdown on the vast scale not only in the France but throughout Western Europe, with the construction of 20,000 miles, which is approximately 32,200 kilometers approximately, of imperial roads and 12,000 miles of regional roads, almost 1,000 miles of canals, bridges, and dredging of expansion of harbors. All the bridges, all the canals were built by the people because the loans were interest free, or the interest were charged for some industrial firms, industrial loans, which you know when they make money, the bank needs some too, so they charged interest. And the serious way of providing money from a bank with no interest made all these development possible. Napoleon once said to his Irish doctor, Barry O'Mara, that the Allied powers cannot take from me hereafter the great public works I have executed. The roads which I made over the Alps and the seas I have united, they cannot place their feet to improve where mine have not been before. They cannot take from the code of laws which I formed, and which I will go down to posterity. So this was the words recorded by Napoleon, which was said to his Irish doctor Barry O'Mara. And he also said to his former Chamberlain and a constant companion for 18 months on St. Helena, Comte de las Casas, that I inspired France and Europe with new ideas which will never be forgotten. France France finances are the best in the world. To whom does she owe them? If I had not been overthrown, I would have made a complete change in the appearance of commerce as well as industries. The efforts of the French people were extraordinary. Prosperity and progress were growing immeasurably. Enlightenment was making giant strides. New ideas were everywhere heard and published. For I took pains to introduce science among the people. If I had been given time, there would soon have been no more artisans in France. They would all have become artists. So this was basically stated after his dethroning, when basically when he was on England, I guess, with the Rothschilds. So this was stated to his former Chamberlain, which was with him for 18 months on Saint Helena. So we can assume that the Chamberlain was on their side. He may know that Napoleon was to be assassinated, or he may not know that, but he was on their side. He was on England at that time. So I need you to watch how purely, how well the plan was executed. Every single one of his people, every single one he know, was part of this. They may know or they may not know. I don't know that. But they made them the part of the assassination. And with all these things, I need you to watch some similarities of Julius Caesar, Charles, and Napoleon. They were strong, good rulers, had a good monetary system, had a good management system, had a good government. People liked them. They were assassinated. With the conspiracy was the conspiracy can be rated to 10, 10 on 10. Brilliant conspiracy. So if you are going to change something, these are the people you have to be careful of. The it's it's said commonly, it's said by everyone, but I'm reminding you once more: do not trust anyone blindly, even if you trust them deep in your heart. Leave that space for that the thought at some point they're gonna leave you, they're gonna betray you, and act accordingly. It is better to not trust and not hang around with anybody. So stay strong.